Hello there, I'm Daz. Today I'll be exploring Goldenglow Estate during the Thieves Guild quest Loud and Clear. I've spoken to Vex and she's recommended entering Goldenglow using the sewer, so I'm going to take that approach, the main reason being that there is a pickpocket skill book down in the sewer and I want to grab that. So I'm starting on the bridge that leads up to Goldenglow. I should go to the world map. So there is Goldenglow, not too far from Riften. I am here. And I'm just going to take a swim. Hopefully we can get this done without any major complications. It can be quite tricky, this quest, to be honest. Some of the enemies are pretty tough. So I've actually got the invisibility spell, which is going to help a great deal. So here is the sewer entrance. Just a few skeevers to deal with in this place. Okay. So I'm not going to bandy words with these fellas. A tripwire there. And this room. Right, the local map is not much use, but hopefully you can spot this quite easily. And this is where we can find our pickpocket skill book. There we are. Guide to better thieving. That'll do for the bookshelf. And we have a chest in here as well. Okay, so let's get out of here. There's going to be a couple more skeevers. And another tripwire. Someone has a depraved mind, obviously. Okay, so better equip the invisibility once more. Okay, so just by the sewer exit we have an entrance to Goldenglow, but it is expert locked. I'm going to ignore that. I'm going to be entering through the front door later on, but first we need to burn 3 beehives. So besides having the invisibility spell, I'm also wearing boots of muffle, which is why I'm able to run around uninterrupted. But I'm pretty sure that's all going to change once I torch these. Be careful not to burn more than 3 of them. I think if you do, you get a bit of a telling off. Okay. So much easier being a master of illusion. Alright, I might deal with this guy. Best to pick them off if you get the opportunity. Right, I'd better get this one as well.
There you are.
Okay, so here we are at the main entrance. Although this is quite a small house, it is quite easy to run around in circles in here, to be honest. So we have an apprentice locked closet. Unfortunately, the strong box in here is master locked. But that's not a problem for my character. At the end of this corridor, we have a knapsack. So we can ignore this little area here. I'm now going to head down towards this direction, which is going to be the expert locked door that I passed earlier. There it is. That's the expert locked entrance. We have... I'll just go back to the map again. I'm now here. We have another closet. Adept locked this time. With a couple of chests. And a couple of potions. And from now on, you'll need to be a little bit careful, because we'll be dealing with 3 more enemies. There's going to be 2 sat around this table, and there's this guy here pacing up and down. We need to be at the end of this corridor, so I'm going to head through this dining room, pick off one of these guys when he comes back. Here he is, right on cue. Okay, so this leads down to the cellar. I am now here on the local map. To get into Aringoth's safe, you can pick this lock, head into the cellar, and Aringoth's safe as an expert level lock. What I'm going to do is... Well, actually, first I'm going to take out these 2 guys. Damn, I messed that up.
No more.
I must have whacked his chair rather than him. So I took those out just so I could get into this closet for another chest. It wasn't really worth it, was it? But I had to have a look. Okay, so rather than heading down to the basement, I'm going to head up towards Aringoth. So we can get his key, and there is also an object in Aringoth's room, which is useful as a side quest for delving and can earn us some coin. So that's guy number 1 dealt with. Guy number 2 dealt with. I think there's another one lurking around. Here he is. Right, I think that's it for the guards upstairs. And here is Aringoth's room, which is only novice locked.
I didn't think Maven or Mercer would allow me to get away with this, but I had little choice.
So to obtain the key, you can persuade Aringoth.
Worthless mercenaries. I didn't think Maven or Mercer would allow me to get away with this, but I had little choice.
Okay, so as I was saying, you can persuade Aringoth, you can kill Aringoth, or you can pickpocket Aringoth. Your choice.
I can't. If I do, I may as well cut my own throat.
I'm gonna try persuasion.
Fine. Take it. Once the new owner finds out I gave in, I'm as good as dead anyway.
I think you need a speech skill of around about 70
Until next time.
in order to use persuasion. In this room we also have B in a jar.
I've already said too much. I can... You what you came in here. Or now go. Leave
And
me
here
peace.
we have the Queen Bee statue, which can be sold to Delvin. Okay, let's head downstairs, get into that safe. Sounds like some more guards have arrived. So there are a couple of guards in here. You can sneak right past these. But I want to get into that chest there, so I'm going to deal with them.
Never should have come here. Fire cannot best you.
Damn, that's a problem. Get here. Okay, so here is the chest. Just one more of them to deal with. And he's conveniently sitting right on top of an oil slick, which might help some people. Okay. Excuse me. Lovely. And that's what we are after. Okay. So now return to Brynjolf, so we head back into the sewer. This just drops down right at the point we entered the sewer earlier. So, hopefully, I can fast travel away. Depends if any enemies are alerted. Right, obviously, you may need to swim a little distance before you can fast travel. But essentially, all we need to do now is return to Brynjolf for our rewards. I hope people have found this useful. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.